I'm going to be real. I think hashtags are confusing. I think a lot of people think hashtags are confusing, and nobody ever gives really good tips on how to use hashtags for Instagram to get the maximum exposure possible. Well, today I'm going to cut through the noise and share with you my favorite tips on how to choose hashtags like a pro. Are you ready to learn how? Episode 225 starts right now. Hey there, welcome to the Lora Shipman Show. We hang out here weekly to talk about things like social media, entrepreneurship, marketing, tools, strategies, tips, and it all starts right now. Hey there, before we get started with this show, I just want to share my passion with you. I love teaching people just like you how to master social media for business, breaking it down into easy to consume and easy to execute steps so that you can see immediate results. So whether you want to start a social media consultancy or grow your brand's presence on social media, I can help. I can help you get started and master all the things that you need to know. So I want you to go over to my website. It is filled with resources, tools, tips, and courses. Visit lorashipman.com. That's LORA shipman.com to get all the goods. Now, you ready for the show? I know I am. Let's get started. Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back. I'm so excited you're here with me today. I get questions about hashtags all the time, which prompted me to put this episode together. I wanted to teach you how to choose hashtags for your Instagram posts like a pro. And we're going to dive right into it. And I'm going to give you my very best tips and some advice along the way. And our first tip, actually, before we get started, my first tip for you is if you can, grab a pen and a piece of paper because you're going to want to take notes during this episode. But if you're not near pen and paper, or you're driving, working out, cleaning the house, whatever it is you're doing, that's okay. You can always go back and listen again. And some of this stuff is going to sink in anyway. So grab that pen, grab a piece of paper, and let's dive into this. So the first tip I have for you is to always use 30 hashtags per post. And I hear so many different rules about this, like, no, you should only use 7, or no, 5 is the best number. Don't use 30, actually use 27. Just go fly right under that radar because Instagram will show you respect if you do that. It's just garbage as far as I'm concerned. Use all 30 of them. And here are a couple of reasons why you should do that. First off, Instagram made the rules. They said you can use all 30 hashtags. Why would they penalize you for using 30? So go ahead and use all 30 hashtags. But beyond just having the blessing from Instagram to use all 30 hashtags, the reason why you want to do this is it gives you the maximum exposure possible. It gives you 30 opportunities to be seen by your target market. It allows you to be present in multiple categories. It gives you the opportunity to make new connections, and it also helps you build a community around your brand. Why wouldn't you want to do that? I just don't understand the logic behind not using all 30. And if you hear people saying different things, they're trying to beat the algorithm. And as far as I'm concerned, it's Instagram myth. Like, it's not real. And I'm debunking that myth that you cannot use all 30. And I'm telling you, you should use all 30 because you want to be seen by that audience that you're trying to capture. Okay, that noise you hear in the background is me hopping off my soapbox to move on with this episode. We get the gist. We need to use all 30 hashtags. But what if you can't think of 30 hashtags? What if that seems like a big number to reach? Well, here are some ways that you can really capture the 30 hashtags because they're going to show up in different ways that maybe you didn't even think of before. So I've got a list of them. The first one is a branded hashtag. So that's something that brands your business. Maybe it's your name. Maybe it's a tagline that you use. Maybe it's your company's name. Maybe it's a certain product you want to be known for or a certain service that you want to be known for. So think of ways that you can brand your business through keywords. And that's really all a hashtag is, right? It's a keyword with a little hashtag in front of it. So what describes your business? I would come up with a minimum of 10 of those, but you always want to be adding. But that's one category you don't want to dilute too much. You really want to be known for specific things. And I think if you hit the number 10, that's plenty. I mean, actually 3 to 5 could be perfect. The next category you want to explore is a niche category. Again, you want to attract certain people. You don't want to appeal to everybody on Instagram. You want to appeal to a certain niche. They always say that riches are in the niches, right? So what is that niche you're looking for? Who is it you're trying to connect with? And build out those words that describe that niche. Now, this list of hashtags is a living document. You always want to be adding to this category and taking away for that matter, because as your business grows and evolves, your niche is going to grow and evolve. So what may have worked last year is not going to work for you in, let's say, 5 years from now or even 6 months from now. So always be looking at that niche category and seeing how you can make it better and how it attracts that perfect customer, that ideal client you're looking for. Now, the next category is a category that you're probably going to end up doing more on the fly, although I do believe there can be repetitive hashtags in this category, and that is content specific hashtags. So for example, if I were doing a post on hashtags, I might come up with content specific hashtags. I could reuse those hashtags in the future because I will probably do another post in the future talking about hashtags. Maybe not in the same capacity, but it would still apply. So really build out content specific ones and make notes of some really good ones that you believe you can reuse in the future. The next one's kind of self-explanatory, and that's product or service specific hashtags. So that's hashtags that describe a product or service that you're talking about, maybe a call to action that you're using, something that's specific to the products or services you offer. Location specific is my next one, and this is really good because it can make you the authority and the go-to person in your local area for whatever it is that your business is. So for me, for example, I am that go-to person that always gets recommended on Facebook groups in the area of Tampa Bay because people know me so well. And part of that is because I do use location-specific hashtags. So consider doing that. The other one you might want to do is industry specific. And again, with all these categories I'm telling you, you want to at least get 10 hashtags in each of these categories, but build them out more because you don't want to reuse the same hashtags over and over again because first off, it doesn't broaden your horizons. You're not getting in front of new eyeballs and it just kind of gets stale and stagnant. So it's always really good to mix it up a little bit. So industry specific hashtags, maybe there are certain words in your industry, like if you're an esthetician, for example, there's certain industry specific words that you should be using on a regular basis. Maybe it's like hashtag anti-aging or hashtag acne, hashtag rosacea, things like that. Keep note of and really research what those hashtags should be for your industry. Okay, so the next one, another category that you could draw from is relating to your target audience, right? So what describes your target audience? Are they moms? Are they millennials? Are they people, who are emerging adults? Are they maybe seniors? Or maybe they are children of seniors? Whatever that audience looks like, try and find the hashtags that actually describe that audience and that audience uses. That way you can connect with them, you end up being more recognizable to them, and your content just ends up in front of more people. Okay, the next type of hashtag that you may want to consider adding to your database of hashtags are long tail hashtags. Now, think of these hashtags as phrases, terms, maybe expressions your target audience uses regularly, or maybe that's common in your industry. Turn them into long tail hashtags. And all that means is just putting a hashtag in front of a phrase. So a couple of examples might be hashtag for the win, or hashtag the struggle is real, or hashtag my life in squares. Whatever it may be for you or whatever it looks like for you, think of phrases, mini sentences, a couple of words that you can string together that really connects and relates to your audience. Okay, so my next tip for you is to go niche or go home. So here's what I mean by that. Yes, we talked about niche before and that the riches are in the niches, but here's what I mean about this. it may be super tempting to go after those really big hashtags that have like 1 million+ posts in them. But don't do that because you're going to get lost in the shuffle. That hashtag hub actually gets updated in nanoseconds. And so you could put a post in that hashtag and you might disappear within 5 seconds or less. And it's true, it's actually less than 5 seconds. Instead, go niche and dominate those hashtags that are smaller. What you want to do here is you want to be that go-to authority within that hashtag. Now, that hashtag will catch on and it will grow, but if you're dominating that hashtag, people are going to check your profile out, they're going to check your posts out, and you're just going to be seen more. I know it sounds counterintuitive to stay away from those big ones. I'm not saying don't use any of them at all. You might want to sprinkle some in there, but make the majority of your hashtags niche hashtags. One of the best things about niche hashtags is that your audience becomes more engaged. And if we've learned anything about the Instagram algorithm, it's that it favors engagement, those true connections that we get with our audiences and those conversations we have in the comments and in the DMs. And you'll be more noticeable and ready for those conversations in a niche hashtag versus one of those mega hashtags. Okay, so I have a couple of other tips that are just kind of oddball tips. I don't really have a category for them, so I'm just going to throw them at you. And the first one is adding a hashtag to your bio. And that might sound really, really strange, but it's actually a really fun way to build a community around your brand. Here's what I mean. What if you developed a branded hashtag and it was one for your community? So let's say you had a Facebook group, or you had a team of people, or people did search you out for certain things. You could give them a nickname. Trying to think, like, let's say for my podcast listeners, I called it the Pod Squad, for example, and I use hashtag Pod Squad in my bio. When people click on that hashtag, they're going to see everything that has to do with the Pod Squad, and they're going to want to become a part of the Pod Squad because it's got a community in there. There's a great area for networking and you can connect with like-minded people. So think about what that hashtag might be for you. It could be something that surrounds a product or a service that you want to be known for. The point is, come up with something that brings people to get to know you, your business, the products and services that you offer, and how you help people. Okay, some other hashtags you might just want to have at the ready are seasonal or holiday hashtags. Have those ready. Like, there's almost a holiday in every month. And when I talk holiday, I mean major holiday like Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, that sort of thing. Have those hashtags ready so that you can use them when that month pops up and that you're not searching for them at the last minute. And you might just only want to use a couple of hashtags that are seasonal in posts. You don't want to make the whole post a seasonal post. The other thing that you could do too is special events. So if we had a special event going on where maybe we're meeting for an online conference, or you're going to do something in that new app called Clubhouse and you're going to do a presentation over there, you can create hashtags that surround those special events to kind of develop buzz and get people really excited about what's going on in your event. And then here's a fun fact that you may not have known about hashtags. You can actually hashtag emojis. And so if there is an emoji that really represents your business and your brand or yourself really well, go ahead and use that. And that could be one of your branded hashtags that whenever you see a blonde girl behind a laptop emoji, you know that's me because I use that emoji all the time. And you know, if you go to that hashtag hub, you're going to see lots of really cool stuff from me because I always use the hashtag of the blonde girl behind a laptop. So don't think about it. Go through your emojis on your keyboard and find out a couple that actually resonate with you that you would like to throw in there. It's a great way to have fun with your audience too, and it's a great way to build community around you, your brand, and your hashtags. Okay, so I hope I gave you some really good ideas about how you can start building a really nice hashtag database for your business. So my challenge to you is this. If you've made it this far in the episode, I want you to go ahead and screenshot the episode, send it up to your stories, tag me in it, and then use the hashtag PodSquad so I know that you listen to this and that you're learning from this and that you're actually going to execute some hashtag strategy in your next post. All right, my friends, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay social. Hey there, I just want to say thank you for spending time with me here today. I know your time is super valuable, which is why I am dedicated to providing lots of usable, actionable information in the shortest amount of time possible. Before you go, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a future episode. And if you have ideas or topics you would like me to cover in an upcoming show, let me know about it in the comment section provided.